Finally! The people have demanded that I do this commentary. Well, they haven't really, but I thought I'd do it anyway. So, what I was going to focus was on two things. The first thing I'm going to go into now, and then I'll hit into the next one. The first one's going to be sport. So, conclusion in sport in Britain has basically started. So, I think it was the Rugby Union, correct me if I'm wrong, but Rugby Union had its little thing between two teams. I can't even remember their names because I don't watch rugby. But the main thing was football and F1, Formula 1 if you don't know what that is. So the football concluded with Manchester City winning the league. I wouldn't say win, I would more or less say buy. Yes, I'm being very mean, but I see it that way. I see them as buying the league, and to be honest, they should have won it ages ago, and well done for Man United. To be honest, with the team that they have, they didn't invest a lot of money into players. They didn't really invest that much at all. I think they bought Ashley Young. I think that was about it. I think they only bought Ashley Young and bought Scholes out of retirement. I think that was probably about it. But they did well with the team they had. To finish second was very, very well deserved because they had played well throughout the entire season. Man City, of course, were a little bit better, but that is to be surprised. They've got Aguero, Tevez, Balotelli. Well, Balotelli, he's good on his day when he's not a complete douchebag. But on top of, apart from that, they should have won it ages ago. They had Vincent Kompany, who is an absolute tank. If you don't know who Vincent Kompany is, go into Google Images, type in Vincent Kompany, and you will see what I mean. Just look at his forehead. His forehead is menacing. He's like, I'm going to eat you. He's like, ah! I'm a little child now when I see his forehead. I'm going, oh my god, please don't eat me. He's amazing. And in that game, Man City were playing QPR, and if my mate showed me this today, actually. I didn't actually see the game because I was doing yard work. If you don't know what that means, I was doing the garden. I was cutting the grass, mowing the lawn, pulling out the weeds in the garden, stuff like that. So I really wasn't gaming much or actually watching television much. I was quite not very doing much. So anyway, on to it. They were playing, and there is a player called Joey Barton, an absolute nutcase. He's an absolute nutcase. Started out at Newcastle, he was a nutcase there. Went to QPR, he's still a nutcase. He hasn't changed one bit. So basically, I can't actually remember. Oh, I remembered now. He got sent off for elbowing Tevez. Admittedly, Tevez had a little go at him, a little nudge to the face of him, and that's what Barton was trying to get across, that he'd been nudged in the face. So his response was to elbow the guy. I'm not talking like a little tap with an elbow. He elbowed him to the face. He was like, douche, with his elbow. He was like, full throat up, and knocked him to the floor. It wasn't nice at all, and that's kind of like the side of football that you like to see because it's hilarious, but again, you don't want to see. So. And then he was like, "Oh, fine, I'll get sent off, you stupid twat. I'll go off." And as he was going off, he walked straight to Aguero. I was like, "Right, you're gonna win. I'm gonna fucking boot you in the back of the leg." So that's what he does. He fucking and kicks him right in the knee. And Aguero obviously goes down. And so everyone's like, "Hey, what are you doing, man? You can't do that. He's my player." And then all the QPR players are like, "Come on, guys, come on, let's all be friends. Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends?" And they started singing that song. And he was walking off, and then he's like, "Oh no, who is the biggest guy on their team that I can have a go at?" He's like, "Okay, who's the hardest guy?" Vincent Kompany. He goes over, headbutts him. Vincent Kompany, being the tank that he is, just takes it and goes, "Hey, what have you done?" And he's like, "I'm going to kill you." And the Man City players like holding him back. He wasn't really like aggressively chasing the man. He was like, "Hey, what is your problem?" Except he's not Mexican. And the players like holding him back going, "Okay, we can't let this tank free because he will destroy Joey Barton. It's not fair. We have to hold him back at all costs." He will destroy it. He would just destroy Joey Barton. I'm sorry, but Joey Barton, if you're out there, seriously, you picked a fight with the wrong man. He would destroy you. So that was in the news. Another thing that was in the news for sport was F1, Formula 1. Maldonado made history. That's great. That he was the first Venezuelan driver ever ever to win a Formula 1 Grand Prix. That is an achievement in itself. To be honest, he's taking part in the race. He qualified second. He qualified second behind Lewis Hamilton, who admittedly then got demoted because I can't even remember why he got demoted. He got demoted for something. So he basically inherited first place. But to keep that first place throughout the race, and that is an achievement in itself. Being an F1 driver in itself is being an achievement. So well done to you, Maldonado. If you so this is a question out to subscribers and people watching. If you have ever quickly moved my mic, if you've ever made history, so you're the first one-legged man to win a 100-meter sprint, I don't care. That is history in itself. If you've done stuff like that, if you've made history somehow, school, football team, whatever, sports-wise, academically, I'm not fussed. I just want to hear about it and talk about it. That would really get me going. So the game actually froze there. The guy obviously had enough. He's like, I don't want to walk up these stairs. He's going to own me. And I was like, okay, that's fair enough. You can just host my grade. And then the rest of the game wasn't caught by theatre mode. So sorry for that. So once again, leave your comments in the below. Do likey, and if you also want to, come around to my channel if you're new. Check out some of the latest videos and subscribe. See you guys later.